It's Leslie.
And Taryn.
You're going to love the video you're about to see.
It's part of our simple success system, as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3.
So be ready to take some notes
Take action
and get results.
Hey, it's Taryn.
And Leslie again.
And we are setting you up to win, and we are going to go over your order and how to best set yourself up for success, not only immediately, but shaping your future. And so, Leslie, what is the best and worst part of what we do?
In Chris Forrester's famous words, he said the best part of this business is that the startup costs are so low. The worst part of this business is that the startup costs are this low. And, really just to wrap your head around that, Chris and I were traditional business owners. And when we saw Pure, we were like, the American family living the American dream, a lot of money coming in, a lot of money going out. We were on the hamster wheel. And so, our overhead to run our traditional business was $10,000 to $12,000 every single month, whether we sold a house that month or not. Like, we had that coming out because we had employees, we were listing properties, all of the things. And so when we looked at this, it just made business sense. Several reasons. Okay. I needed these products like I needed air. I wanted to get as many products in my body. I wanted to taste, touch, feel them so that when somebody said, "Hey, Leslie, how's that energy taste?" I knew exactly how the grape energy tasted. Okay. So I wanted to experience them. Bless you.
Thank you.
And so I wanted to get the best results the fastest. So I wanted to flood the body. Okay. Wanted to know again how I could taste, touch, feel everything so that I could talk about it intelligently. I looked at it as a business expense. It was my startup, but it was a fraction of what we were used to paying for our traditional overhead. So for us, it was like a no-brainer. Give me everything you have.
So when we looked at it, I was not a businesswoman. And so the reality was I was earning $800 every 2 weeks in 3 jobs. And so for me, when I looked at this, I was actually saying, okay, we're allocating my income significantly. We couldn't do that. But for me, it was important to experience the entire line.
Mm-hmm.
It was important to know the products that I was talking about, because how can you sell something or talk about something with confidence, not knowing what it is, not knowing what your experience is? So I didn't care if I stayed on any of the products myself, but I wanted to know which ones I wanted and have my personal experience so that I could genuinely speak from that space. So I knew I needed to experience the whole line and that I could choose what I wanted to continue myself. The second thing is that I wanted to know that I had really put my skin in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I knew duplication was going to be something that people would ask me, what did you do? And I also know that they knew our financial situation. And so if we found a way to make it happen, then they could, if that was right for them. The other thing, we wanted this in our system. And so for our family, we wanted to make sure everybody was on it so that we could really give it a go and see what happened. But again, it was a stretch for us. So what we actually did is I found a way to make sure we got our investment back as quickly as possible. And so what we did is we put what we wanted that we could afford and use, and then the rest, we knew what we were selling. And so I just knew that we could sell these products. And so however you want to work that, whether you're looking at this as a write-off and it's just, a fraction of what you're spending, or if this is like we were, this is a huge stretch. Bottom line is everybody's looking at it in a different way, but you can set yourself up for success, or you can play a coulda, shoulda, woulda game. You have to decide what that is. Now, we're going to go over the specifics of what that actually looks like. So from the eligible to earn an income stance, you need to have 100 PV in orders. And so 100 PV is what you're going to need to actually be active. So that is really your minimum. That can be a core 4-pack, that can be a bundle of whatever it is that you're wanting to sell or utilize yourself. And 100 PV is that base threshold. 200 PV has some significant benefit, because many are looking to share this with customers as well as with business builders. And so 200 PV locks in that you are going to get that 20% on your customer order reorders. Right. And so not only do you get that first order, but you get reorders. 5% is not going to be anything to write home about. And so to at least get that 20% really makes it worth it when you get that income. 500 PV, you want to talk about that?
Well, that's where some significant benefits come into play. It actually sets you up to, it waives your membership fee. So the $49, it's completely free, 500 PV or more. And then it also waives the shipping. So that's actually a significant savings as well, because our products are heavy, right? Like a lot of them are liquid and they're heavy. So that's a big savings. I will tell you that is like I feel like most people can start at least there, right? At the 500 PV
Mhm.
mark. I think that that's like when you're talking about it, you can still get a variety of products at that level. When we talk about VIP, that goes into the next level we want to talk about, which is the 1000 point level. Okay. And so, again, free membership because anything above 500, but you're going to unlock some VIP membership um, access as well.
And VIP is basically that tells us these people are serious and they mean business. And so they're making it happen. And so that's where we're going to teach them significant skill sets that we're going to start talking about strategies. We're going to give you scripts. So we really do lock arms with you and say, okay, what does this look like in order to make sure that we come alongside you in a bigger way? So there's a lot of VIP benefits. There's a lot of things that you can do self-training, but that's where you also get access to hand on hand or hand in hand working with us. And so at the 2000 PV mark, this is where there's a lot of bundles. If you go to the website, there's a lot of starter packs. So when the company pre-bundles something, you're going to have a deeper savings. You can create your own, and that starts at a 10% discount on single items at 250 PV. It does bump to 15% off all single items at the 500 mark. So you could do a customized pack that you create what you want, kind of like I said. I ordered what I wanted, and then I ordered what I wanted to sell. And so then that helped me get even more because that 15% off then made my margins even higher when I sold it. So it was really powerful to be able to sell it and then get that investment back quickly. But at the 2000 PV mark, that's where you're getting the family VIP packs. You're getting the different things that you can actually get $900 in free product. You could utilize that. You could sell it. There's a whole lot of things that you could do with it. So at the end of the day, what you need to know is start where you can start. So the 2000 PV is really the highest. I don't understand why you would spend more than that. But the 1000 PV is going to be where you're getting the top benefits when it comes to VIP, free shipping, free enrollment, all of that. Then the 500 PV really gets you a good sampling of the different products that you have. 200 is making sure you're at least qualifying yourself for that 20% back. And 100 is just making sure you've done that bare minimum to be eligible to earn. So don't be ashamed of where you can start, but make sure you start where you're comfortable. And then anything to add to that?
Well, I would just say this at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. I 100% agree. This is all I ever ask of somebody wanting to earn income because you can start wherever you need to start at 100 point minimum and above, and you can earn money here. So I want to be crystal clear about that. All I ever ask of people is start as strong as you can. Right? Put some skin in the game. I want to be really clear. Chris and I did not have the extra $2,000, $3,000 to get started all those years ago. We didn't have that just laying around. That was still a stretch for us, even though it was a business expense. And I'm explaining to you, it was a fraction of what we had. We had a lot of balls in the air. We were on the hamster wheel. Okay. So we were looking for a way to make extra money. So I want to be clear about that. So we came in and we stretched ourselves and we came in as strong as we could. That's all I ask of my team members, because when you sit down with people, Taryn already said this, when you sit down with people, they will ask you every single time, Taryn, what'd you do?
Mm-hmm.
And all I ask is that with integrity, you can say, I came in as strong as I could at the time and I went to work. That's all I ever ask, because we cannot really truly explain why duplication works the way it does in this business. But I will tell you, I can look at my organization as a whole, thousands of people in our organizations, both of us, and we can look at our organizations and I can point to, and it's very clear to see this person started with 2000 points, this person started with 500 points, and so on. Like, it is very clear because that is the majority of what their business partners are duplicating. And so you're paid on total volume. So that is how you build much quicker the higher the volumes. So it's just the way it's just the way it works with the volumes. I mean, it's just, I can't explain duplication. Can you?
No, but
I was told that, but I didn't understand it until I saw it.
But over a decade, I can say that that's the truth. And I will look back and say our success was dependent on that, as well as being a product of the product. And when you have the products on hand, you're going to take them, you're going to utilize them, you're going to figure out what to do with them because they're staring you in the face. And I went to conference after conference. And what I started doing is I started asking people, how long have you been on it, and what are your favorite products?
Mm.
And what I noticed is that the people that had the most results and were doing extremely well knew this line and used the line.
Right.
If people talked about a couple products, they may not have the same type of success and they weren't as healthy. So when you wear a product to the product, you know what you have your hands on, and you realize that this is a gift that you can easily share. So I'm just unstoppable because I believe wholeheartedly in what we have to offer. And I know it can change people's lives because I see it every day. And so you have to determine what is going to build your belief bank account so big that you're unstoppable. And this becomes the best opportunity that you ever could have imagined.
Facts. Drop the mic. I got nothing.
So go place your order. Cheers.